Fala galera do canal, mais um vídeo. Pessoal, resolvi fazer esse vídeo aí pra vocês, porque devido a essa pandemia que tá acontecendo em todo o mundo, aqui em Manaus as corridas estão suspensas, não tá vendo corrida. Então eu resolvi fazer um vídeo com os recordes nas principais categorias de 5, 10, 21 e 42 quilômetros, que são as categorias que mais acontecem aqui em Manaus. Então você me pergunta quais são esses recordes. Nos 5 km, o recorde ele é de 12 minutos e 48 segundos. Essa corrida ela foi realizada em Mônaco. E o vencedor foi Joshua Kipchoge. Ele que bateu esse recorde aí de 12 minutos e 48 segundos. E nos 10 km, qual foi o recorde? Os 10 km, o recorde foi de 26 minutos e 24 segundos. O vencedor foi o Kipchoge, ele que concluiu essa corrida que foi realizada em Valência. E na meia maratona, que também foi realizada em Valência, o corredor Kipchoge, ele fez os 21 km em 58 minutos e 1 segundo. E nos 42 quilômetros, que foi realizada em Viena, o recorde é de 1 hora 59 minutos e 40 segundos, que foi concluída pelo tão famoso Eliud Kipchoge. Ele é o único corredor na face da Terra a correr uma maratona abaixo de 2 horas. Lógico que teve toda uma estrutura pronta para ele, mas se desse essa mesma condições ao outro corredor, dificilmente ele ia conseguir bater esse recorde. Então, ele é o único corredor no mundo a correr abaixo de 2 horas, uma maratona de 42 km, 195 metros. Pessoal, antes de mais nada também, eu queria que você se inscrevesse no meu canal, Cadu Gentil Runners. Lá vocês vão encontrar as principais corridas aqui de Manaus, entendeu? E não deixa de clicar no sininho, dê seu like, dê seu comentário, que logo aqui em Manaus vai começar com força total todas as corridas. E vocês vão conhecer toda a estrutura das corridas de rua aqui de Manaus. Beleza, pessoal? Se inscreve no canal, dê seu like, deixe seu comentário, compartilha, que mais pra frente, se Deus quiser, a gente vai voltar aí com força total nas corridas aqui de Manaus. Beleza, pessoal? Um abraço, solta a vinheta e logo a seguida os vídeos dos recordes, hein? Assista até o final. Valeu, tchau, pessoal. Fui!
What? Attention à mes pieds, hein. Je me tape les photos depuis tout à l'heure. D'avance pour le demi-tour. Doucement. Ok. Go, go, go.
du public, je vous entends pas. Je suis à chaque dégâts, attention, 12-33, 12-35. Allez, allez, à bout du public, encore. Du bruit. Attention, le record.
Kipchoge smashed the world record at the 10K Valencia on Sunday, clocking in 26 minutes and 24 seconds to win the World Athletics Gold Label Road Race. Welcome to another world record highlight video on Start on Stop.
Kipchoge's halfway split of 13:18 was also an improvement on the 5K world record. His second half of 13:06 was even faster, although would not be eligible for ratification. The world 10,000 meter bronze medalist, still aged just 20, took 14 seconds off the yet-to-be ratified mark set just 6 weeks ago by Joshua Cheptegei in the same city on a different course. Held in the Spanish coastal city that played host to the World Half Marathon Championships in 2018, the standard of performances surpassed all expectations. The men's race kicked off at a brisk pace of 2:38 for the opening kilometer with a 5-man group led by the main favorites, Kipchoge and Bernard Kimeli, Ethiopia's Rigasa, and Switzerland's Julian Wanders perfectly paced by Kosgei and Kipchoge. The 3K point was reached in 7:59 and only Kipchoge, Kimeli, and Wanders remained close to the pacemakers. By the 4th kilometer, the pacemakers had already dropped out of the race and Kipchoge was running solo as Kimeli could not live with his pace and was soon caught by Wanders. Kipchoge, the world 10,000 meter bronze medalist, reached the halfway point in 13:18, bettering the official 5K world record, with Kimeli and Wanders 7 seconds in arrears, and the Swiss breaking his own European record. Despite running on his own for the entire second half, Kipchoge increased his pace and clocked 2:37 for the 6th kilometer. After a slightly slower 7th kilometer of 2:40, the world U20 10,000 meter champion ramped up his speed again for the 8th kilometer, which he covered in 2:36. By then, having passed 8 kilometers in 2011, it became clear that bearing disaster, Kipchoge was going to improve Cheptegei's world record. Closing kilometers of 2:38 and 2:35 secured the world record for the 20-year-old Kenyan who covered the two halves in 13:18 and an impressive 13:06. Well behind Kipchoge, Kimeli, and Wanders fought fiercely for the runner-up spot, the Kenyan finally prevailing 27:12 to 27:13. Wanders' time is a European record, improving his own mark by 12 seconds. Only the legendary Ethiopian duo Kenenisa Bekele 26:17 and Haile Gebrselassie 26:22 have recorded faster times on the track, while Paul Tergat holds the Kenyan 10,000 meter record at 26:27. "I'm over the moon," said an ecstatic Kipchoge. "When I clocked 26:46 in Prague in 2018, I set myself the target of breaking the world 10-kilometer record, and today my dream came true. I'm very thankful to the organizers for relying on me to set the record, and to the city and the people of Valencia for treating me so well and for their support throughout the race." Britain's Colin Hawkins, who has been pre-selected for the Tokyo 2020 Marathon, started Olympic year in fine style as he ran a big personal best of 28:02 in 11th, improving his previous best of 28:55, set at this event last year and breaking the Scottish best of 28:13 set by Alistair Hunton in 1984. He went through halfway in a personal best of 13:59. His fellow Briton Ben Connor also ran a personal best of 28:10 and 16th, with those times moving them to equal 10th and equal 18th on the UK all-time list respectively. Cheptegei leads Kenyan sub 30-minute sweep. Held at the same time as the men's race, The women's contest was a thrilling battle between the Kenyan trio of Rosemary, Nora, and Chepkurui. These three, alongside Israel's Salpeter, traveled at a steady 258-259 per kilometer pace to reach halfway in 14:51, perfectly on schedule to challenge Jocelyn Chepkovsky's world record. Shortly afterwards, Salpeter lost ground and the race became a three-women Kenyan battle with the added interest of a world record threat. It was inside the final kilometer that Chepkurui proved to be the strongest, and during the long home straight, it seemed as though the 29-year-old would join Kipruto as a world record holder. But ultimately, she had to be content with a lifetime best of 29:46. Ron Giroux, who finished 4th in the 10,000 meter at the recent World Championships, elaborated her career best to 29:51, while Giroux also bettered 30 minutes for the first time with 29:51. The performances moved them to equal third on the world all-time 10-kilometer list. Chepkurui, meanwhile, ran 29:46 to win the women's race. Her time was initially reported as 29:42, which would have been a 1-second improvement on the world record. But her official time was later confirmed as 29:46, consolidating her position as the second fastest woman of all time.
Now, with another person breaking the world record, the men's 10,000 meter race for Tokyo 2020 just got a lot more interesting. Now the battle between Mo Farah, Joshua Cheptegei, and now adding into the mix, Ronak Kipruto. With this world record being just 7 seconds away from Kenenisa Bekele's 26:17, will these men compete their hardest at Tokyo to break that record? Very interesting to know there is another person to add.
58:18 was the old world record, and the new world record set at the super half of Copenhagen. What's it going to be? It's going to be just outside 58 minutes. A world record to Camorra!
He's going to do it.
Yeah, we'll knock on wood, but yeah, no, he's looking great. I mean, he's cruising through it, so yeah.
Thanks for chatting to us, Patrick. Let's keep our eyes set.
Patrick there, Patrick Tiernan, and we've got on the finish line here, we've got people who've climbed into trees. We've got one or two people who are standing on top of the portaloos, the portable toilets, would you believe it? Everybody is craning their necks. Everybody wants the best possible view here on the Hauptallee. We're standing by for major sporting history here, and Ed, we're into the last 10 minutes. We've got 10 minutes to bring him home.
Well, I'm starting to feel like those men in bowler hats who watch Roger Bannister. You know, they had that privilege of watching that great moment at Iffley Road, and if everything goes well for the next 10 minutes, and I'm touching some wood here, I think this looks now like it's going to happen. You know, you'd have to drop quite a lot of pace over these few Ks to lose it from here. It can happen. But you can see there's more relaxation on the faces of the people around Eliud, and you can see on his face he's still looking pretty relaxed. I mean, I'm sure he's hurting, but he looks quite good.
Yeah, I'm sure he's realizing he has 9 minutes of running, and you know, you tell yourself, I can do anything for 9 minutes. Right in front of us, we are watching as all the pacers gather on the other side of the road to cheer on Eliud, and I believe there'll be hopefully something to celebrate here soon.
Julian Wanders has, sensibly put on a huge puffer jacket because he's freezing cold. They're all jumping around, they're taking selfies. The whole team are now assembling because they think it's going to happen.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but my heart, I can feel it pounding in my shirt this morning, and we are just sitting here watching and in anticipation, licking our lips here. 1:50 on the clock, and we have, exactly 9 minutes to bring him home. What an opportunity here. And these final pacemakers with Bernard Lagat, I think it's so fitting that Bernard Lagat is the team captain for this final leg.
Yeah, from the same area where Eliud grew up, friends forever, you know, was a part of the last attempt. You know, the camaraderie on that last attempt was massive, even though, you know, he just missed the 2 hours. I think it's a gorgeous thing that Bernard Lagat's in this final group.
Well, 40 kilometres will be the last major K kilometre to reach the last landmark, and that will be 1:53:44 is the target. And let's just remind ourselves that actually by this stage in Monza he was already starting to struggle, and he was already he already knew that he was not going to achieve what he wanted to achieve.
He's in much better shape today. You can tell physically, you can just tell in the cadence of his running, you can tell by the support staff and a few smiles that are breaking through. I feel like the Pacers feel like they know it's going to happen. He's in a much better place today than he was in Monza 2 years ago.
We were at 10 seconds inside, we've just dipped to 9. I don't want to worry you folks at home, but we just need to keep an eye on that clock because we are ticking ever closer. But the cadence looks good, doesn't it? The shoulders look relaxed.
Yeah, but you see the thumbs have gone in. He's not feeling as good. He hasn't got very far to go. I mean, he has every right not to feel good. I wouldn't feel good. But he still looks amazing, all things considering. And you know, in Monza, when it started to drift, he couldn't pull it back, and who could? You know, once those splits start to drift, you know, you're finished.
It's almost like you have a rope tied to these Pacers, and once that rope is broken, it is so hard to get back on the pack. And the fact is, he's not allowing the rope to swing too far off of his Pacers. So the rope is not broken. He's attached to this pack, and he's going to just enjoy the ride to the finish.
Communication still taking place between Valentin on the left of picture there on the bicycle. He's giving instructions out. We just saw Eliud just lift his shirt momentarily just to wipe his nose. Needs to make sure everything is absolutely on point. Let's just enjoy these pictures. I think Ed has said, let's just enjoy history unfolding here before our very eyes. Well, we've had 7 successive 250s, 2 minutes 50 for a kilometre. And anybody who's thinking about going out for their Saturday run, Saturday morning or Saturday afternoon, maybe even doing a park run of 5 kilometres, well, just watch and learn. This is the master at work here. Just over 2 kilometres to go.
This is something that everyone can understand. It's a neat number. It's this unbroken barrier. You know, many times when you watch a race, oh, look at those splits, they're so even. Many times when you watch a race, it's not immediately obvious what's happening. In this, you know what's happening. This guy has to run under 2 hours, and it looks like he's bang on track to do that.
Eliud just took his last swig of a water bottle, and notice he didn't really drink much, but there's this, it's been proven in science that just swishing the fluids around in your mouth gives you a surge of energy and as if like you're just consuming much. But he didn't really drink that much, but that was his last water bottle, I assume.
Well, they are comfortably on the last lap here, the last loop of this 9.6 kilometre loop, and he's smiling again. Now, people can smile for different reasons, mostly because they're happy. We've said that Eliud often smiles when it's really hurting. At what point does that smile, Shalane, become a realization that he's going to do this?
I would only assume is when the finish line is in sight. That's the only reason to smile, because the marathon is an unknown beast and you never know. You can never get too confident. So even though he may be feeling good or not so good, you can never swing an emotion too strongly either way. But usually the smiling right now, I think, is because he's hurting, but hopefully there'll be a mixed smile of pain and pleasure at the finish.
Just over 4 minutes to go, and the pacemakers we are expecting to peel off and let him have the Hauptallee to himself to enjoy the moment, an historic moment as we click ever closer to the magic figure of 1:59:59. As things stand, he will be comfortably inside 2 hours. Ed, how are you feeling from here?
I feel like a bundle of nerves. Who thought they were going to see this in 2019? We haven't seen it yet, but who thought that this was possible in 2019? Yes, there are some, parts of this which are, artificial in terms of the pacemakers, whatever. It's not a race. But who thought you'd see someone run sub 2 in 2019? It is beyond the imagination.
When the conversation first started for the sub 2 effort, I said, no way in my lifetime will I witness a sub 2-hour marathon. I truly did not believe I would be able to witness something like this.
Well, the pace car will be peeling away at 41 kilometres, and then it'll be down to the pacemakers themselves to bring Eliud home, and all being well, they will then peel off as well and leave Eliud to run home the final few hundred metres. 1.2 kilometres to go. He is almost there. He has one hand on history here in Vienna. There's Grace, his wife, looking on. She's never seen him race before in the flesh, remember. What a moment for her. What a moment for the children. The pace car has gone. We've lost the laser. It's now all down to Eliud and the pacemakers.
The gloves are off.
He's getting quicker.
He's racing right now. This is racing.
Well, this is true racing. Shalane knows what this feels like through the streets of Central Park in New York, whether it's in Berlin or London. But today is all about Vienna. Today is all about Eliud Kipchoge. We're down to the last couple of minutes to bring him home. Ed, some final thoughts from you.
I'm overjoyed that particularly this man has got to do this. It's not just the barrier being broken, it's something that has existed in this person's head for so long, and it's so gratifying to watch him achieve that.
He's almost there. He can see the finish line. That's the view from Eliud Kipchoge. You can see the finish line where we are looming into view. 1:57 and approaching 1:58. I think we can say with some certainty
there
now
he's going to do it. He's going to do it. He's
going.
There. Tell him to move away.
Come on, he says. Come on, this is it. Shalane, a final thought from you.
This is incredible. Eliud's performance is such a gift to the world. His running is a gift to all of us. I feel so blessed to be here today. I hope everyone can hear me smiling through this microphone right now. I cannot stop smiling.
500 meters to go. He has the Hauptallee to himself. All the pacemakers have let him go. As Ed said, he is sprinting into the history books here. They're cheering him on. 400 meters to go. Let's bring him home. This is history unfolding. It's a Saturday run like we've never seen before. Listen to the noise. The crowd getting right behind him. Goodness me. 100 meters to go. He can see the finish line here. Yay! Neil Armstrong we had on the moon in 1969. We had Roger Bannister, the 4-minute mile 65 years ago. Edmund Hillary, the first man to climb Everest in 1953. We have 1 minute to go. Eliud Kipchoge is on his way here. This humble farmer who used to run 2 miles to school every day and back. He used to go to the nearest town on his bike to sell milk at the local market. And now, through hard work and discipline, he's pointing. Come on, he says. Less than 200 meters to go. Eliud Kipchoge, let's keep an eye on the clock into the final 20 seconds. Eliud Kipchoge. Got a shot of 1:40, the unofficial noise. Eliud Kipchoge storms into the history books in Vienna. 1:59.40, the unofficial time. The first man to run a marathon in under 2 hours. One final lung-busting stride for Kipchoge. One giant leap for human endeavour. And you know, Kipchoge was right. No human is limited. And now he can celebrate. He has done it. And to Roger Bannister, Neil Armstrong, Edmund Hillary, we can now add the name of Eliud Kipchoge. Shalane, some of the thoughts.